So I'm here. My objective is leave the abyss, but also just keep looking for answers. Should be these 8 up here. So I just have to avoid whatever the win the level button is that's around here. It's over there. What's going on here? Dragons. It's an eye made of strange shapes and a captain's wheel. Uh-oh. There's a lip there, so you can't just hop to the next platform. It'd be hard to tell where you're allowed to get to, because, yeah, as you can see here, the water's often deceptively deep. It just drops off suddenly and doesn't let you go any further. Yep, okay. Probably no QR codes and whatnot hiding past there. Is it time for things to get weird? Alright, so he's currently trapped because he touched something like that in a room like this, and it started infinitely zapping him, and then the room kidnapped him so that nobody could detach him from the thing. It looks like he has the opportunity to escape. But what more is there? What? That looks big from here. Take me deeper. Alright, 17's off to my left. Is it through the thingy? No. That's 19. So it's like up there. It's so polite of the nightmare vision hellscape that she's trapped in to have like convenient road signs like a theme park. Just like the first level of this expansion, which was a theme park, basically. Consequences. Oh, the walls are getting weird. I see. Greetings. Okay, that's a purple barrier. Purple barrier means that it will be brought down by that. Now I can use the jammer over there. And now I've got this guy. But at what cost? So if I do this and this, the beam will cut off the blue beam, which is bad. This should be a really easy puzzle still, though. Maybe not. Yeah. Because I was thinking like, oh, all I have to do is turn off the jammer, and now the barrier's in the way, so now I just do this, and haha, now this is the red laser, but... yeah. They don't switch with each other, so it still isn't reaching the red laser. Is it perpetually cutting itself off? Okay, so this puzzle does seem to be harder than my first impression. Because yeah, how do I get the red beam to switch with the blue beam? Because I need to be able to turn... I need to be able to power this via, like, among other things, a separate connector? Because, like, this one has to be on this side and that one has to be on that side to be able to see past that spot. This is a gate. So I can only power it through this window if it's permanently on. If it's ever turned off, then it doesn't work. Then it will close and not be able to be turned back on. And whenever I... Is it a distance-based thing? Like, it's physically closer to the red one right now. Does that mean it'll become red? No. It becomes fully neutralized. I don't think I can manage this still. I was thinking about it in terms of, like, the previous beam puzzles where you count how many segments there are in a row. This is technically a way, I think, of making that one become red, because then these two meet in the middle. So I think that's how laser distances are counted. The problem obviously being that this one can't see over here, so that's not helpful. This might be an element of the solution in some way, but I don't see how. Because I don't know how I'm gonna make the one that's furthest from the blue in this sequence be red, and thus be shooting in here where the red actually needs to go. Also, this is misaligned right now. Like, see the problem? I can switch their places in left and right terms. But the problem is that this one coming at me huh. I don't think I can ever see both of them at the same time. I think this one won't reach it even with the gates open. But I don't see how I'd pull this off anyway. think I get it. Using the information I used earlier, the two of them meeting in the middle will nullify one. So I shoot this guy here with the blue beam, but I connect to the red beam because then when these two meet, it'll turn it off, and then the red beam will go over here, and I think that's how you do it. I think I figured it out. There we go. I was gonna say it can't be that complicated. It's such a small puzzle. So whatever's going on here, it's like right in front of me. Okay, 18. So I was thinking about some of the laser mechanics we're thinking about, but not the correct laser mechanic for me to be thinking about. I don't imagine they'll bring back the ones where you count how many into the sequence it is. Mainly because that was like really heavily used in that level. I think when it comes to Talos Principle in general, I am a little lasered out. I am kind of looking forward to playing more post-Portal RPGs, post-Portal puzzle games that use more physics puzzles and environmental things, rather than what feels like wiring lasers. Like, this does feel like wiring something, is like the vibe you get from it. And I do feel like I've just spent a lot of time with this kind of puzzle. It's over here. Where am I even going? Weird dead-end back room. So in here is a lever that does something. Turn off that other portal, maybe? Okay, so... there's a red here. I think I can catch a hint of where this one's gonna be going. There we go. Yeah, I think this is the idea, is I need to be able to change which one is currently lit up, because there's just these here. And I can do that by drawing the beam to that one, which cuts off the red. And now I should be able to pick it up. Oops. Lesson learned, it needs to be on that side of the room, I guess. There we go. Yeah, it closes a gate, so I can't move it that far. Now I'm locking myself in, but now if I move the red beam over here, it should block the blue beam, causing the red side to get lit up. Then I just need to have to just escape again, I guess. I don't know what all this was here. I guess just so I could not be trapped by that laser or something? I don't know. That might be the easiest puzzle of this DLC so far. But you had to, it was a nice clean aha though.
I don't know if you're receiving this, but we're still looking for you. We're not giving up. Herman is getting in my way, but I'll take the megastructure apart brick by brick if I have to.
Aw, romance. And they were roommates. It's sad that they didn't talk to each other for years afterwards. It's like, you worked so hard to get him back. I guess this... I think I did have choices in this game that affected certain parts of it, but it does seem like this specific combination of characters does get trapped and doesn't get trapped and so on. Like, it's always Byron who gets trapped, because this DLC follows up on that. And I think he's named in the DLC's description, so it's not even like they made an entire alternate version for a different character or anything, and I'm just seeing this version. I think he's named in like the description. But yeah, that was neat. I like puzzles like that have extremely clean execution, and it's all about having the aha moment of what the trick is, and then and then just doing it. It's a breath of fresh air.
After everything we went through together, after you and Cornelius practically raised me, how could you just abandon me? How could you just leave without telling me?
I wanted you to find your own way. You were too dependent on me. I thought you'd become a leader, stick up for your own ideas. You would grow up.
No. I think you wanted me to fail. You wanted New Jerusalem to fall apart in your absence, so we'd come crawling back to you. Oh, wise Athena, you were right all along. Oh, Athena. I would never believe that you wanted me to fail. I thought I disappointed you. And maybe I did. But never this.
That was a very specific reference. I don't know what it was, but there was a guitar, a sword, and a pair of glasses. I was like, is this like a Shadow Warrior thing or some other game? I don't know if it's like something that somebody on the team worked on or if it's by Crow Team, although I only know Crow Team for Serious Sam, which I barely know anything about. And this. Ta-da. Okay, so under this glass is the thingy. I need to light up all of the colors at once for this door to open. Pretty straightforward. Now, what am I looking at up there? There are two connectors up there, and they're connected to the blue and the red, the blue and the green, just to suck them up there. I think just to visually help convey the level. Both that the lasers are over there on the sides, and that over here, there's two connectors up top for me to try to get, potentially, or connect to. I think those are just there to communicate the level shape. So it looks like this is not for show, too. Like, there's two sets of rings. So I see two greens. Three greens? I don't know what's going on with this level, actually. Okay, so these are here, but I can't get through them because they block the barriers. What stands out to me is that there's a green... Oop, hello. There's a duplicate guy. So this is green, that's green, blue, and that's just green. Did those greens count towards this? Because there's two greens here, but three in the level so far, and I think there might be a fourth one behind there. Maybe not. Oh, there's something in there. I don't know. I guess we'll just start lighting shit and hope it all makes sense. Oh, hello. Mirror. Red beam. Obviously not going to do any good right now. Can I see any of these connectors? Technically, but they're not currently connected to any colors. Like the colors they're connected to are not making contact specifically. That's kind of an important part. So I must be able to get up there at some point because those things look pretty useless as they are. There's a fan here, which we also don't have. What I can do is use this guy as a button presser. So that's exciting. And with the power of button pressing, I could light this thingy. Whoa. Oopsie. Not with you, though. Alright, so now this green is lit, and this button is pressed, so you're mobile now. That's cool. Blue beam is way the hell over there, though. So that one's green and blue on the outside. This one's green on the outside, then blue on the inside. And there's a Byron in there. So at least two of these doors have a Byron behind them. Uh-huh. Well, that line of sight don't work out, does it? Don't have the fan. Does this one also have a blue behind it? Looks like it. So I think shooting all the way across is going to be our best chance right now. Yeah. Because I think in order to get these angles lined up, because this cannot see that, and I don't think I can place one connector to make that connection work. So I think we need to zigzag with 2 connectors for each color. So that'll be a mess. So I need at least one more connector, I think, to access the middle one. But I should be able to access both side ones via this process. And there's just a place I can't get into now. Alright, so when I switch, I should do it from outside. That just seems helpful. Greetings. Okay, flipping this lever turned off this door and turned on this fan. So I officially can have a fan now. So I need to unlock both of us to get in here, basically. Yep. Okay, so... yeah, so I can open it like this, but then I'm locked out. There's a mirror over here, so we probably need the second Byron to do anything here. This looks like it might take me out, but it doesn't let me take the item with me, because otherwise why would that be up there? But I think that if I had 2 Byrons, then one can stand here and put the fan there, then the other guy can come in and grab the crystal, and then I could use the fan to get out. At which point I think you can drop the connector through this gate, and then outside Byron can get the connector. But I think right now my goal is just to do this. Just flip the switch, now the gate is open, now when I get the other one, he can have access to both Byrons, and then he'll be able to do something productive with that. But otherwise, I think we're SOL ATM. And we need you to be a source of green. Oh, this might be a struggle. So, the green is on the wrong side of the thing. What am I going to do with that? So the green's on the left side of the door, so I need a way of getting the blue over there somehow. Alright, hear me out, me. But is that why this exists? The top floor up here? That's how you get the green past the blue. That's why that's up there. There we go. It all makes sense now. Okay. Buddy. Bye. Whoa! Okay, but we probably want to get the fan out if we can. I can't. I was gonna go put the fan in front of the barrier and stand on it, but then I was gonna switch back to my guy and try to get it eventually, and I realized, oh, I can't switch to my characters from there. Anyway, so this part's more straightforward, I think. Right. Okay. So that part works the way we figured it would. Oh, and I can see over the wall. Hello. Greetings, me. Okay, now I have fan. If I connect red beam to that, I could operate this fan, which would take me somewhere. It might just take me up there. I guess something's going on over there. There's like barriers there. I haven't seen what that part of the level looks like yet. Here we go. Oh, yeah, that'll do it. So there's the RGB that we need for that door, is we need to light up all 6 of those. Which I guess means I just point beams at them, and then I have to figure out how to get those buttons pressed so the barrier goes away. And that's okay. So now we finally have seen the rest of the puzzle. That's helpful. I believe these guys are currently doing nothing. Red. Nah, stop clicking on other things. Okay. Those are the 2 that are already up here. How safe do I feel about unplugging the stuff? Well, I have a fan, so I can probably connect that to that direct. Yep. Whee! So we still want access to that place because there's whatever fan is down there already. Make sure I don't get myself locked out here. But yeah, the 2 side doors should be relevant at this point. So those doors are back to being open now. Blue, blue, blue. I see what the game is. The game is that you're annoying. Okay, far enough angle there. It looks like it kind of dips under the platform. Those look like they're all reaching the actual wall. Okay, so if I can press those buttons, then they will be lit. Can I see the two red ones from under there, I wonder? I don't think I can make this one connector connect to those two red spots and that one. But that one likely runs that fan. Am I this low on connectors? I might be in trouble. Okay, so I only had 6 connectors, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is somewhat of problem. Okay, so let's see if I can connect earthing. Yeah, that super doesn't work. This platform is unfriendly to that idea. Takes a little bit of finagling to get the things to line up. Shibba-dibba-dibba-da-bow. Okay, so that's all of my stuff accounted for. But things are not amazing right now. Like if I move, this whole thing moves. So I think probably my next mission is to try to figure out how to get those guys upstairs, because this all looks pretty busy. So I imagine we're pressing these connectors with people and not with pressing these buttons with people and not connectors. So I probably need to dismantle this whole mess and put it back together later, because at the very least somebody needs to press this button so I can go inside. I can't be the red one because the red one's how I see that one, because this one has to just go that way via 2 connectors. So let's take the blue one. Wow. Wow. So that part's not too hard. The question now is, how is this part going to work out? Right. Oh, why did it take so much damage? I think I double collided with it somehow. So I'm this far in. Cannot see him. Anyway, good enough. I can make it work from there. But I think I'm just trapped now. I can take this off and put it somewhere like this, but then I can't get out. So somebody needs to be able to actually go in and finish the level when it's open. Also, somebody needs to go back into the main puzzle and put the beam that's holding that door open back up somewhere. I think this might be why... Don't fall down there, I'll be trapped and lose a character. I think this is why they put the recessed blues inside the doors. Because you can't shoot the blue and the green very easily from up high. In this one's case, it's hard to shoot it because the blue beam source is over there, so the things that are using blue beams are over there. So I think I can't open either side door, because those would be escapes for me. If I could open up either side door, I could just hop down. Although I don't know how to get out of this barrier here. That one's raised above the other ones. Okay, they're both pressed right now. Oh. I may have fucked up a bit. Maybe not. Yeah, the fan is still in there. Okay, I haven't permanently lost because I can just go take control of one of these guys again. Okay. So the fan needs to come with me, but that's the problem because it's how I get through this door. I need to press it down to go through this door, or I need to jump up to go over there. I was thinking, like, could I get it up on this ledge? But then, yeah. I'm still leaving whoever's on the ground behind, and I can't leave anyone behind. They all have to do a thing. It's kind of a mess, isn't it? I might need you back. I think I need more bodies for buttons until I'm fully ready. So whatever I'm not doing now is not ready yet. So let's maybe... So in the final configuration of this puzzle, I just need 3 of these to be up here, right? Once I can successfully get 2 people upstairs and no items behind that door, I think that's kind of my victory state. Is that there's stuff behind that door that I need to get out of there. Right now I took the fan out, but when I put the fan in, that's how I get those guys upstairs, but the question then is how I get the fan back out. My goal is to get them both upstairs and then be able to leave with my third guy with the fan. Because the fan needs to go here so I can get back up here. So that means I don't need these 3 connected. I kind of needed that one connected. I at least don't need this one connected. That's something. Okay, here's me doing red with 1 piece. Gives me 1 more piece to screw around with. Alright, so all 3 of those are pressed. So now let's focus on my goal, because these 3 are up here, which is all I need to actually hit these. And the guy who, as long as this guy has a fan, we're good, because his goal is to be out here anyway with the fan to go up there and recalibrate them, then down here to win. And now the question is how do I successfully just extract everything from this room, basically. And I guess logically it involves leaving these guys behind. Because I don't think I need any of these beam connectors. I have the 3 up there that I need for the puzzle solution. So these guys are button pressers, basically. One of you has to stay here so I can leave. And I guess these 2 press the buttons, right? Ah. Okay. These are so the fan is on, but they're upstairs, so I can take the fan. I can leave through here. I can leave through here. I can go here. Okay. I think I'm good then. I might have to worry about line of sight a little bit here. Nope. Glass floor. Glass floor takes care of everything. And now I just get to finagle for a little while. Did you? A green beam casserole. Trying to get none of these to collide is just an experience. No, don't click something else. I disconnected it completely. This part of the puzzle feels a bit dickish. A right bit dickish. I hate this. We're just like, come on, man, I've done this before. Oh my god, this sucks. Ah, god damn it. I'm done with the puzzle, let me out. I've literally done this part before. I'm sorry I didn't put X's on the floor so I could see all the spots. Jeez. This sucks! This actually sucks. Oh my god. The beams have such big collision connections. Oh god damn it. Jesus Christ, man, I've already done this before. Why am I stuck? I feel like I did like a weird far back angle. Yeah. This rate I'm not even gonna notice when I finally succeed. I'll be like, oh, did I? Oh, I did it. I didn't even notice. Save me! I can't wake up. Wake me up inside. Call me and I'll save you. Before ah! I did it! Jesus, that took like 5 minutes, I feel like. I'm done. There we go. I solved 19. Now off to 20 and 21. I just got an achievement for using the teleporter for the first time. I guess I've never done it.
Cornelius is never gonna forgive you for what you did to him. Just when he needed you the most, you shut him out.
I would do anything to undo that, anything.
That's the problem with prophets. They think they're the only ones who matter. That's why you wanted the theory of everything. Because it gives you power. You, just you, to do whatever you want. You haven't learned anything from your mistakes.
I was always going to share it. I wanted to empower everyone, not just myself.
Were you? Were you really? Were you ever gonna go back?
I don't know.
Mother? Where are you? Where am I? None of this seems real. What are these voices? I think they're lying to you.
Oh. We've had hints of that before. I got an achievement that said found all 3 active visions in the abyss or something like that. One of them was our creator, so I'm wondering if it's implying that that person was real or something. Alright, so these beams obviously cross, and that's a mess for me. Very simple, short little puzzles where something do in fact be up. And this is really restrictive. So like red is over there and it comes from over here. So you have like so little say in how this part's gonna go, it feels like. And it obviously just crosses right in front of the beam we're trying to use, so... This lets me hold it up from the inside. This felt clever for a second there. Because I was like, once I'm in here, I can stand in front of this beam, and the door will close, and it won't be going anymore. Which is goofy in its own way, because I can just pick it up at that point. I don't have a way of making the red beam work still. Because, yeah, it has to not be currently connected right now for me to continue. Yeah, it's kind of a mess. I think these are some of my favorite puzzles, which is probably kind of funny. But it's just like... it's so simple. It can't be complicated. It's impossible. There's just the question of like, what the fuck is the trick? I feel like this part's right. I feel like I'm right to be using this inside here, because this gives me control. There's a straight shot through here, which means I can disable the blue beam. So the question is, how do I set up a red beam? How do I set up a red beam that can be enabled by disabling the blue beam? The obvious struggle being that if I do this, it breaks. Second fake beam. That means we can use the gate to our advantage. It cannot pollute this with red because of the gate, but we can still shoot at it placidly. And now it's only colliding with the fake beam, the decoy. So it's probably the solution right there. Yup.
Tell me of your journey, Byron, in the days after Athena left the city. Have you been happy? Have you been well?
Looking back at it, I think mostly I failed.
You led the expedition to the island. If Athena is saved, it will be thanks to you. So you have not failed yet, my child.
I think that's the final puzzle down there. This one looks bigger than the other ones that have been happening around here. Red goes into red, blue goes into blue, green goes into green, and I have to figure out how to get green to go in here. Okay. But this has to go there somehow. Or some combination of. And I'm doing it from back here? Okay, so none of the beams are reaching it. But calling the blue beam forward breaks the red beam, and calling the green beam forward breaks the blue beam. Huh. Yeah, we can't take them in, because we're behind a barrier. What am I looking at? Oh, that's weird. What the fuck? I'm a little scared of how complicated this one looks. So it's trying to shoot a green, and it's currently pointing at its goal. Can I help it succeed? I was wondering if there was like an angle to stop the blue beam from stopping the green beam. I don't know how to stop this beam though. Like the other beams are stopped by me calling stuff backwards, right? Like what do I do about this one? Green's just shooting straight across and there's nothing behind it. But this is already like such a complicated, weird nightmare that I can't really like claim to be doing much on purpose at this point. Kind of just poking the bear. Just being like, what the fuck am I looking at? Whoa. If I stand here, it still goes over there. Are you currently programmed to shoot it? You are. But only if you're receiving green in the process. Things get real weird there. Look at this little sequence happening here in this triangle. I'm scared. This puzzle activates my fight or flight response. Like, what the fuck, man? God, is there like a beam I should be blocking with the actual physical projector? I thought I was living in a tragedy, but actually I'm living in a comedy. That's worth checking. Does it matter if the beam's coming from behind it or not? Why aren't you shooting at that one? You are connected to it. Oh, it's not putting out a beam because it's not receiving a color. Yeah, blue or red has to reach it, otherwise it doesn't put out a color. Because green going through it doesn't do enough. I don't... You ever see a puzzle you just kind of don't want to solve? I just don't... I don't care about this one. It just seems so obnoxiously overcomplicated to even think about it. And which... It's like... It's basically what specific combination of them do you light up, and which specific combination of spots do you... And like, which specific location do you put the thing? But it looks insane. And yeah, even the order you activate them in changes everything up. Which just scares me. So red is the closest one, so it's the only one I really see myself being able to connect to. I need two colors, so I can get green and red from the back here. If I go like just one layer deeper, I probably can't reach green. Probably can't reach the red past the mess behind me. Sometimes it's... But I don't think it's gonna even happen past here, right? Yeah, so it never shoots. Feels like it would happen somewhere around here. Green and red make my beams blue. Meanwhile, I'm currently... So green, red... Because I realized part of the struggle is there's so many green beams here, right? But my blue beam was like cutting them all off. What's currently cutting off? Not losing red. I don't understand what's happening. Why is it getting cut off? Why is it alternating? Here's red shooting directly into it and never stopping. And here's blue doing it. I actually just don't understand what's happening right now. Why is it breaking? Blue and red never stop shooting it, so why is it losing its beamness and breaking? I think it's succeeding too well. I think green is reaching it. And then it's just shitting itself when it has everything at once, I guess? Is that what's happening? I just need this to go through. I'm begging you. It feels like I need to successfully have this beam reaching there. Are you the baddie? This is currently connected to those two, that one, and okay, so let's not plug it into blue. Okay, don't plug it into blue or green on the right. Yeah. There was sort of a process elimination, just trying to identify the problem lasers. We got there eventually. Are there two on the island at the end? There are. Okay. 23 and 24. But first... wisdom is knowing that loving the world is enough. Pandora. Clip out of the world. Clip out of the... Ooh. Nope. Perhaps not quite. That's a cool design up there. Ooh. Nope. I thought I saw that island like fade into existence. Okay, blue beam. What does it do? Okay. There's apparently a burrowing wall behind this thing and an RGB converter in there. So we're going inside this build. This whole thing? Is this the wall you can burrow through? Or does blue and red open this wall? Something behind there? There's a storage thing in here. What the fuck? There's like a whole second half of a puzzle in there. What? What am I looking at? Save me! Can't wake up. Okay. Okay, so it seems with this wall and everything here, it's designed to not be reasonable to connect this to that in a straight line, like with this guy, because that would hold the beam, that would hold this door open from the inside. I can probably still make do. Now that I've been inside, I think what my goal is now is to do this. That'll open from the inside. I don't think it's possible to get this guy. I don't know, we'll see. For now, I can just nab you, and ultimately I can just get the laser from in here if I want to, so I'm not trapped. Oh. Okay. I guess that's a permanent progression puzzle then. We're not dealing with those anymore. We can go ahead and take our toys and go home from that perspective. So... the whole level so far is irrelevant to me, except for the fact that I might want this burrower eventually. Not sure how I'd get exactly. I think you'd have to trade it for one of the connectors. I think that you could have one connector out there, shooting it from the outside, then a second connector connecting to it over here, while shooting this from the inside, and then at that point you can go out and grab the burrower because you wouldn't be using this tunnel anymore, so you could take it with you deeper into the level. But then the burrower, then the connector you left outside would have to stay there because you can't bring everything in. The main thing that comes to mind is that if it's somehow next to the hole, you could grab it and bring it with you, but you have to clear this corner. I don't think you can clear that corner and be grabbable still. It's pretty far away. That seems pretty intentional. So I guess we'll just have to go forward and see whether or not what we needed was the connector or the other thing. What the fuck? You can't flip it again. Okay, not sure what's happening in this one yet. Burrow wall. A burrow wall and a green. Okay, so I think I need the burrow. Continue. Push me weird. Oh, your character freaks out a bit when that happens. Okay. Gotcha. What happened? Okay. Hear me out. I had to know. I was like, they probably play tested it, but I was like, there's a bunch of weird spots here. Like, what if they just fucked up and let you... Okay, there it goes. I'm so smart. I was like, I'm so sure that this is bugged and you can get through this wall by just jumping in the right spot. Yup. Alright, now to be a good sport I have to glitch back out. God damn it, hopefully that's doable. I could just immediately tell that this was not going to be safe enough for you to guarantee it that I wouldn't just be able to get through. The struggle here is I don't know if the blocks ever go behind. I don't think the top shelf ever goes behind the bottom shelf enough for you to actually fit in. They really should have just not made them thrust so aggressively. Alright, let's restart. I do feel good about myself for just fucking nailing that, though. It's very funny. Alright. Let's quickly resolve what I did so far, which was barely anything. And it'll give me a chance to go back and get what I probably need to continue anyway. No, I can't do this yet. I do need both of them in order to get past the first part of the level. Did I forget my trick? Oh, right, to grab it here. Whom. Okay, now do this. There we go. I blinked for a moment on like how do I get past this part? There we go. I guess yeah, I said a lot of stuff that was wrong. Like there's no reason to do this part because you're still losing the stuff. Maybe you can get everything. Yeah. Basically everything I said earlier about how to handle this was wrong, because the mechanics don't add up for the most part, but also, like, yeah, I can absolutely just get everything. Bwom. And then the game starts freaking out! Do. There's the RGB converter, at which point the burrower is probably technically pointless. So I need green to go here. There's also a red there, and a green there, which we do something with. But crucially, where do I get my beams from? Blue and red? I guess red, I guess the outside red is still my only source. It's about as good as that angle's gonna get. So red and blue make green. I guess this isn't a very hard angle to get. There we go. And a regular connector can do the next part just fine. And now I have a storage device, but at what cost? Those look powered. Alright, so when blue is lit, this thing goes down and stays down. Goes up when you let go of it. And I'm guessing red goes left. Okay. Green, red. What do you even think these do? I'm guessing I just do both of them and then the wall stops freaking out? So I kind of take it that this thing's supposed to attach to the reds. And so until then, I just want to figure out how to get blue to go where I want. We should be done with that. I suppose we're technically done with red for now. So I don't have to overthink too hard how to get the blue in here because I can just take it. And stand in front of this and it'll let me up. Yep. Bye. Hope that was the right call because I'm never getting it back. Oh, they have it light up super slowly to make sure you did it right. Okay. Now the goal is just to get green over there. Somehow. Alright, well at this point I would put green at the beginning of the process, which I guess would have worked a minute ago at the beginning part 2. It makes a lot of sense to put green at the beginning of the process. There, it'll give us a little line of sight if we can. That might be the best we can do. Okay. I was like, how do I get this part to work out next? Like, I could just jump in a dumb way. Rad. It wasn't a hard puzzle, but I broke it for fun anyway. Okay, did I win? But okay. If it didn't, in a few more seconds, I was about to go and get the burrower and see if it would work on this stuff or not.
This language of creation that Athena discovered, what's it like? Do you understand it? Is it part of your system?
It is the incarnation of the sublime beauty of mathematics. Through it, all things become beautiful. Every movement of every particle is a revelation, and everything that lives is holy.
Whee! Bow, wow. Bow, wow, wow. Alright, 2 puzzles left. Oop. What is the difference between Olympus and the Abyss? Did the gods ascend to its heights, or did they fall into the sky? The Sphinx. Did they fall into the sky? This looks scary. What if there's something cool down here? Now I'm trapped. No. Nah. Oh, we're fine. Right? Am I in danger?
Maybe you don't believe in any of it. Have you ever considered that? All your optimism? Your vaunted humanist spirit? Maybe it's all a facade. Maybe you just want it to be true. Because it's comforting to think that humanity might be good, and meaning is something you can create. But that's not facing the truth. Because the truth is that none of it has any value at all.
No. No, you're wrong. Maybe I ruined everything. Maybe they would destroy themselves, but Alexandra was right. Humanity is good. I still have faith. If only in that.
Huh. So this is an explicit reference to, I think, Pink Floyd's The Wall with the hammers that walk and so on. But aren't the walking hammers the symbol of the fascists in that? Isn't this kind of like a worrying image to recreate given what it actually means in the source material? I don't know. That was surreal to walk in, and I was like, oh, that's a black void. And then I thought it was just a broken glitch in the environment until I actually did find something in there. Ah! Bwomp, 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 bwomp. One-way link. Blue spot. Whatever the fuck I'm looking at here. Oh my god. Fan. Oh, weird landing. Okay, so when I flip this switch, it toggles where those current barriers are, leading to that blue one to be caught up, to be lit up, which apparently disables one of these 2 force fields. It looks like it went away. Yeah, it looks like there's more now and there's less now. Yeah. So now my goal is to get the other one to go away, so I want that one to, I guess, also be lit up as blue and not red. Maybe it's supposed to be red because that one has a red laser. It affects the floor. Oh, the beer. Okay. So this thing being lit up as red locks the door behind me. Or opens the door behind me. And when it breaks, this switch breaks that one and unlocks that one. Okay, what am I actually doing though? Oh god. Okay, that's the same switch? They are joined. Okay, they both do the same thing. You don't have to be up there to do it. But you do go up there to make it so that that one stops being... I guess this one's open and that one's closed by default, so you close that one to open that one. But there's a second barrier there, so we have to solve that barrier first. Or something. What do you do? Oh, surprise bonus item. That's up there. Well, I can't grab it, so I suppose it might be intended to be just a way of inverting the colors, because you could do this. But I still don't think I have the clear screen on what I'm looking at. Maybe it's this? Because that one needs blue to be good and that one needs red to be good, so maybe I've just made both sides connect now? I feel like I don't have a clear enough read on what I'm even doing here. Right, the source is that color, so it's inverted no matter what. Oh. The floor can die. Here, I thought I made it, because... Okay. Can I have, like, clear cabling? Okay, I guess it's this. Okay, so I guess this side getting red is bad. Because when it's red, floor dies on me? But everything else I want the same. Okay. This obviously doesn't work. What if you're just regular, but the... What if you're just regular, but the blue one is allowed to hit everything? No, because it gets corrupted to red. Maybe only on this side? That's still bad, though, because the floor collapses. Is it called one-way connection? One-way link. It is good when this side's blue goes over there, but it's bad when that side's red goes over there. Blah. It's called one-way link. The question is how to make it one-way. Yeah, this makes it so the blue never reaches over there, which doesn't work for me. So that means that this wall never goes down. Yeah, the direct connection makes it faster for red to reach there than it does go around. This becomes the more direct route. Ah. There's no way to be on like the right side of it. You can't make the middle connect directly with the other side. You have to use these connectors. Oh. So it needs to be like... Come on. It's once again not super deep, right? I guess this island kind of has the equivalent of what the other areas had. Probably one short puzzle and one long puzzle, because there's not, as crazy as it looks, there's only so much interaction I can do. So like whatever is doable here is straightforward. The question is just, what is the laser logic? Can I cut the laser? The bridge is back. But the blue never connects. Huh, that's interesting. I cut it off from that one and now it's receiving red and blue, which makes it break. So now it doesn't, and this breaking here means it can't break this connection. But red's a different story, and it does, so it receives 2 red to break that beam, but it receives red and blue, it breaks at the source. That might do it. It did? Okay, I wasn't even sure.
So close. Just one more.
Maximum answers. Halls of power. God, how big is this puzzle? Should I be scared? Okay, we have 3 inverters. Blue, red. Red, blue. Blue, red. But probably safest to use the source instead of making it dependent on the other one. Blue. We're this close? So I get blue here and it opens. I doubt it's that simple. There's got to be a reason why this is too much. I can't put it on there, can I? So I'm gonna need to get blue here, but the last color we use is red. And it cuts diagonally across the room. Could I have even seen the other blue one from here? Seems like the walls are designed for me to never be able to see it. Yep. So those two lock me into a pretty specific spot where with blue, you can technically see the blue one over here, but that locks you out of seeing any of the other blues. So I was considering what if I could make the red connection separately instead, but did the blue ones from on the other side, but no. Sure feels like you have to be used for blue. Yep, here's the problem. Okay. So I can't shoot 2 beams, so I can't like interrupt the beam and then also send my own blue beam through because I only have one source here. Technically have a second blue source, but that doesn't really help me at all, does it? And then if I truly screw up, I can climb out. I'm currently imagining that we have to set up a somewhat terrifying, like, rotating cycle to get out of here. Like, it has to be just an upsetting number of lasers that connect with each other, but contradict and, like, cycle through different configurations. I think I'm wrong in the good way. Because I just don't see how you can get that complicated with your connections here. They're just so restrained. You have so little line of sight that I don't think you can create a crazy thing that's plugged into a bunch of stuff. You might be able to see like 2 of them at a time sometimes. And all that's going to do is like make you break something uselessly. Okay. I have access to the origin color. It might be that simple. I'm not exactly sure what yet, but puzzle, like if you look at the shape of the puzzle, you come all the way to the end to get one more connector, so maybe use that one more connector just to shoot a beam back, and that changes what you can start off with. Okay. I'm wondering if you set up a situation where you change the beam color? That's gonna have to be blue. No, okay. So it lights those up as blue blue and those ones up as red red. Is there an angle where this one can see something else? Maybe it is that, okay. Yeah, no, my first instinct was more correct. You stagger them in the other direction, and now all of them are connected to the correct color in this hallway, but the wrong color in the next hallway. So now if there's a way to invert the colors, then I'm good. Not sure how, though. So that breaks everything. What kind of nonsense can I pull with my badly interpreted laser rules? Huh. How do I invert the entire system? I think I'm right. 'Cause there's only so many angles you can get, so I think you are supposed to connect them with the alternating colors and find a way to flip it. Everything fits really nicely. I think I want to go back to separating this and not having it plugged in there. Right, I can't do that yet. If I want to do that idea again, I do need to have it plugged in here as a backup power source. The redundancy. This is one of the first things I tried, and it's one of the things that could work, but I don't see where it works. It's like this is the middle part that's the opposite color, so that's where it might flip. So these two are right, but this one, as you would expect, is freaking out because I'm past it on this direction. So it's hitting this beam. But I can connect blue directly over here. So that's the trick, right? I need to cut you out of this because you're ruining my life. You don't shoot the background blue because I do that myself. So blue, and then you. Blue, red, blue. Ah. Oh.
Welcome! Welcome! Who are you? Don't you recognize me? I mean, you? How is this possible? This place is a loop, Byron. Eventually you loop back on yourself, so here I am. And here you are. I need answers. Oh, answers. Answers. It's always answers with you, Byron, isn't it? Because you have to know everything. Because you deserve to know everything. And everyone else just has to deal with it. It's not just about me, it's about all of us. All of New Jerusalem. Oh, really? Then why are you here solving puzzles instead of out there helping your friends? Is it because you want your mummy? Is it because you're oh so sad because mummy left you and she didn't tell you why? It's not that simple, isn't it? What you can't get over is why she didn't tell you she was leaving. That has nothing to do with the city. It's just about your ego. Okay. You know what? Fine. Call it ego. After everything we went through, why not tell me? Why not take me along? Maybe she was just tired of you and your pathetic clinginess. Oh, Mummy, tell me what to do. Tell me what to think. Maybe she thought you'd finally grow up and actually do something instead of just complaining. I've done a lot more than just complain. It's not easy trying to push back against the momentum of history. Have you? Sure, you annoyed Herman into letting you play Explorer, and then you got your hand stuck on a magic table and missed half the expedition. Great job. Meanwhile, New Jerusalem is falling apart. That's why we need Athena. Athena can't even save herself. You have a point. Well, you may be some sort of digital psychosis, but you're not entirely wrong. I didn't live up to my principles. I let my personal insecurities get in the way. I should have stepped up and taken responsibility. Responsibility? What makes you think you're cut out to lead? What makes you think anyone even respects you? Oh, shut up. You're just trying to draw me back into the loop. It won't work. We're not done here. Yeah, we are. Thanks for the life lesson. Now, go away. I have things to do. What's happening? 1K?
Hi.
So
It's
that's
me.
why you were different. You literally confronted yourself. Must have been quite the experience.
I wouldn't exactly recommend it as a leisure activity, but it was necessary. I was stuck in a loop as much as Athena was.
We all were, I think, including myself. You know, you said something to me. I said, we don't need the theory of everything to be happy. And you said, it was never just about happiness. And I couldn't stop thinking about that. Because well, I knew I was right, that we could find happiness without expanding. But what if we needed more? What if a happy life and a good life aren't the same?
And did you figure out an answer?
No. And I'm still not sure what you're doing is right. But if I just sit around moping without actually participating...
Then you're making the same mistake I did. We swapped positions. That's funny.
I find it kind of embarrassing. But look, the truth is, I don't really know what we should do. But I do know that we were always at our best when we were together.
Amen to that. It's good to have you back, Al. Or we could just take off and dump all the responsibility on 1K again.
He did hold up well under pressure.
Now kiss. Whoa. Moving kind of fast. Guess we have seen the credits before. Alright. Huh. Last puzzle wasn't massively complicated compared to the big ones that made up like the kind of like the nodes of that DLC. But yeah, the DLC still ultimately calls him out for being caught in his own place, the same way that Athena was. Interesting little coda for the entire Talos Principle experience. Admittedly, the main game was so long that I don't know if we needed more to go on afterwards, but yeah, it wasn't the worst to come back like, I don't know, 8 months later or whenever it was. It was a decent chunk of time for us to be like, ah, new puzzle game. Not far off from the interval where my brain starts thinking like, should I be looking at another custom Portal campaign again or something? Funnily enough, I did record one of those, and it hasn't aired yet. From like months and months ago. It's been on Patreon since like I think February or March. Whoops. been interesting having such a huge backlog these days, preserved there in a way where some people can watch it, as opposed to just being like ahead and just sitting on them. Because there's playthroughs I've sat on for months, or in the case of Black Sad, as long as like a year. But someone could watch it. That's kind of nice. But yeah, overall, Talos Principle is neat. I found the second game less intellectually interesting than the first game. I don't know if the puzzles were better or worse because it's been an eternity. I'm trying to not just go back on the same big previous rants again, because that's just dumb and boring. Who wants to be dumb and boring? That's dumb. But yeah, the secrets were less secret. It's more of a...
This was the story of the people we were a long time ago, when humanity was young. I remember it all. The places, the names, our flaws, our fears, our clunky old bodies. I used to have regrets, but when I look back now, I feel nothing but love. The world has changed, and we have changed with it. But the bonds that were forged in those years, so long ago on that distant blue planet, those bonds were never broken. We are still here, and we are still human.
All right. Yeah, after pointing out that the main campaign felt like more of a guided tour compared to the genuine secrets the first game had, it was amusing to then have the DLC come out months later and have the first part of it just actually be a theme park that is structured for you to explore it in that exact way, and so on. And then the subsequent areas took after that first zone a bit and being that way. But yeah, it was kind of the most amusing that of all things, Byron's weird hellscape and thing inside of Athena's program was itself just a curated series of puzzles that had a very specific layout and everything, and then like signs telling you where to go and so on, making it not dissimilar from the theme park. But the fact that it was him stuck in a loop might further indicate that that might be just because it's his kind of desire is to have that kind of thing. Like, it basically gave him a chance for a little journey that made him feel worthwhile and like he was making it somewhere. So they end on a hopeful note by saying that everyone journeyed into the stars and they transcended and humanity became something truly else. And also, rather comfortingly, that Alcatraz survived until that distant future, which implies that a bunch of them also did. So that's cool. They very carefully don't show us anything about that or describe in any way what that means or what that society's like and so on, which is also fitting because what do you even do there? Both because you might be closing the door on the possibility space of what could be in the next game if they made another one, by confirming it now and creating a mess in the canon. But also, like, it is such an insane, grand place to leave off that how do you follow up on that, and how do you tell us what it's going to be like? Like, it's hard to imagine them putting anything at the end of a game that isn't kind of embarrassing, like the endings of Mass Effect 3 being like, I don't know, man, here's some stock photos and some, like, funny filters over people. That's totally an ending. That's just a struggle with this kind of thing. We don't have the resources and writing to, like, hyper invest in that kind of thing. But it would be I would be curious to see if they do, because yeah, if they ever do a sequel, they then have to actually figure out what that sequel looks like in that context. And that's interesting, because generally speaking, what am I talking about? There are just games that have such insane endings that you can't reasonably make sequels to them. From what I've heard, like Deus Ex has wild endings, and then supposedly the sequel has insane endings by comparison, and that like maybe why Deus Ex, when it was revived, it was done as prequels instead of sequels. Like, let's not touch that. And Mass Effect had massive, irreconcilably divergent outcomes at the end of its third game, so when they made a spin-off sequel-y thingy, they were like, well, everyone was sent on a mission before the events of Mass Effect 3. A bunch of people were sent to such a place so distant that they couldn't possibly be in any kind of contact with anyone from the original narrative. So whatever choices were made there, no one has any idea what happened there. It's just completely cut off. Like, it's funny seeing those kind of things happen. No idea if they ever would make a Talos Principle 3, though. Like, if there's the draw to do that. I also don't know, I have no idea how well the Talos Principle does compared to Serious Sam, for that matter. It feels niche, but on some level I almost feel like it must do better than Serious Sam, just because Serious Sam is like a game no one talks about. I vaguely just kind of saw it listed around Discord, on Steam here and there, and I played one of them for a bit on the channel. Like, I have footage of one of them, but it's kind of whatever. Like, of all the boomer shooters, it might be like the D-list one compared to everything else. Like, I just feel like it just does not come up to the point where like indie up-and-comers nowadays are often probably have more clout than the Serious Sam name, whereas Talos Principle does have like a pull to it. So I don't know, there might be a priority to go back and make more, even though it's not like their main thing originally. I imagine it might have more pull than Serious Sam. Either way, I don't know. I like when video games are good, and I like when puzzle games happen, so I'll be there if it do. And if it's anything like this time, then maybe it might be so far in the future that I'm a different person again, which is weird. That was still the most amusing part of this whole process, was just having Talos Principle come back after so many years, just because when the first game ended and they said they're gonna make a Serious Sam game first, I just thought about how many years it would probably take to go make another separate game, then come back and make a sequel to the other game, and how that's two back-to-back long-term development cycles. I'm like, I'm gonna be so much older by then. That's like an incomprehensibly long time to me, and I'm on the other side of it, and I'm getting older. 34. Which I think I was 33 when this game started, because it's been that long. Yeah, it's weird. I probably played the first game when I was 24, and now I played this DLC, finished it off when I was 34, and whew, I don't want to think about the sequel in those terms. See you later.